That was good.
What's up, my brothers? And it
I
is
love that
time
intro.
for Monday
That
Night
was
Mayhem, right?
that was good.
I
Yep,
love
Thank
that
you,
that.
was a
thank
good
you.
one. Oh yeah,
I just wanted to keep on dancing.
I saw you
oh
back
yeah.
there going with this. Yeah, heck yeah.
What's up,
So
brothers?
my brothers, how you doing, man? How you doing, Chief?
I'm off work, so yeah, it wasn't bad. I didn't have to go to work. Well, I went to work Friday, and they're like, "We don't have enough work. Do you want a VTO?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
that's right.
home." And so I
Oh,
only
that's
worked
awesome.
my 2 days of my three. So
Right,
yeah.
right. How about you, Bishop? How was your weekend, man?
It was pretty good actually. A little busy at work with you know with trucking breakdowns and stuff like that. But besides that, it was pretty decent. Enjoying the time with my son. Definitely good.
There we go. There we go. So, Tactical Santa did not get shot this past weekend. I did a carry class. It was pretty big. And then Sunday, I did an advanced pistol class. And I'm never worried about the advanced pistol class because everybody in that class is good. It's just the newbies. So,
Right.
no holes. I didn't have any blood coming out. So, it was a good weekend. Got to train some people. So, my weekend was good. So,
Yeah.
but what's in beard today, guys? What do you got in beard today, Chief?
I'm wearing some Bane Blends Man Cave, and I
Nice.
don't know how well you can see that. And I got a bunch of foodie scents. I'm gonna probably review tomorrow. And I thought I was really gonna like the foodie scent. The Man Cave kind of snuck up on me, so I'm kind of hitting that a little bit harder. So
Nice. I'm I'm pretty excited. I got Bane Bloods coming in this week, so I'm very excited to get that in. What about you, Bishop? What do you got?
Well, um, today I got son of a friend of the devil from
Oh,
Beer Squirrel
nice, dude.
and the Black Nectar.
Nice.
yeah, good stuff.
I'm liking this a lot, especially at
Oh yeah.
night. I told that to Renee. They was pretty good.
Mhm.
So I haven't started doing reviews because my voice, and my
Sure,
nose is not working as good yet.
sure.
But I'm hoping by the end of I'm gonna try to do one, hopefully in the next couple of days, and we'll see. Cause I got plain blends too. That I have to
Yep.
in the back burner, and I I hate for that. So
Right.
I don't want to do it the same. You send yours and I send mine, but I probably it's gonna be like right after you or something like that.
Full
So
send. Full
Right.
send.
yeah,
Right.
Anytime you're
Right.
ready.
I
So
think it'd be great.
I got some Wicked Wednesday in today at the Irish Car Bomb. If you guys have not tried this yet, this one is fantastic. It's got Guinness beer, Irish cream, and hops extract, but it's got a hint. It smells like chocolate and caramel, and it just is fantastic. So that's
Mm.
in the beer today for the Tactical Santa, and I absolutely loved it by Wicked Wednesday. But guys, I'm excited about our guests that we got today.
Yep.
Yep. So we got the man, the myth, the legend. We got DL Walker coming on. So why don't we say hello to some folks and then bring him on? So let's see here. We got Ray Smokey.
Yo yo.
What's up, Ray?
We've got Jacked Up Leatherworks. What's up, Jacob? We got Born Bearded.
Hey Dave.
And we got the Pixie Girl herself. We got Ronnie. What's happening, Ronnie? We got Kevin P.
Hey Kevin.
What's up, Kevin?
We got Bane Blends.
Bane Blends.
We got Jessica R.
Hey Jess.
And we got Jeff Harmon. And I
Oh
believe, man, he's been winning some beard competitions
yeah.
lately, man. I've been seeing the pictures, and man, he's not just got a stellar beard, he's got that stellar mustache too, man. He has got it going
Yeah.
on. Believe
Yeah.
I'm gonna meet him out in West Virginia in Ghent.
That
So
guy's
that'll
got
be really
a
cool.
fit and finish that you wouldn't believe, man.
Right, right. I
Hmm.
gotta get him on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed breed. And we got our number one troublemaker right here. What's
Oh
up,
yeah,
Stacy? What's
Stacy.
up, Wicked Wednesday? And who else we got? We got Andy.
Andy.
We got Flaming Beard.
Yep.
And let me see who else. Who else do we have? I don't want to miss anybody. And of course, we got Jay. We got
Renee,
Renee.
Yep.
We
Yep.
got 30 spray. Jay.
the Nothing King.
Yep.
That's right.
All right. It looks like we're all caught up. So if you guys don't have anything else to say, what do you say we bring this guy on?
Who we
You
bringing
guys
on?
ready?
Yep.
DL Walker. You guys ready for him?
Oh, yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend, DL Walker himself.
Let's go.
What up, DL?
How you
Sorry.
doing?
Good. What's happening, man?
No, not a lot, man. Not a lot. Good to be here.
Heck yeah.
Glad to have you,
Awesome
buddy.
to have you.
Glad to have you.
Glad to have you. Yep.
What do you want to talk about, buddy?
Well, I'm open to anything. I'm an open book. One of the things that I wanted to talk about real quick was just how incredibly killer all of these female companies that are owned companies that are coming out are.
Mhm.
Absolutely incredible. Tameless Tallow, Flaming Beards, Black Manor, Wicked Wednesday, Dead Smooth. Just the ladies are killing it.
Yes, they
Yep.
are.
Big
That
time.
is, yes, they are. For sure they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a little love to them.
You know why I think
Definitely.
that is because they know what they like. And
Yes.
we say I was a maker. I don't know what they like to smell.
Right.
But they do. And when they put it together, we're digging it. The wives are digging it. The girlfriends are digging it. It's a good vibe. And I got this one a long time ago, and it's almost gone. This is Peppermint Plague.
Mhm.
Okay. My God. And I don't really like peppermint, bro. But I love that one.
Right.
Let me tell you, when I got Peppermint Plague, I was shocked at how
Right.
good it was. I'm not a big peppermint guy myself, and man, it blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, I'm not a citrus guy.
Yeah.
A White Rabbit,
Yeah.
holy smokes, fantastic stuff.
I got to tell you, before she changed her blend, I got addicted to her with the Blackbriar. And
Yeah.
this one, I'll tell you what, this was the first one. This is the one that set me down the path to Black Manor. I got this, took one smell of it out of the bottle. I'm like, wow. Yeah. And then it was like, yep, I got to make some orders because she makes some really unique, fantastic scents.
Yep.
Very, very unique on how she's doing things.
Absolutely. I've got 9 of her oils, and
Mhm.
there's not a bad one in the bunch.
No.
Mm-mm.
And that black nectar she just came out with, I've gone through half a bottle already.
Mhm.
Fabulous.
Right. Yep.
Do you use that more during the day or at night, DL?
I use it like if I do a stripping wash, I'll slap that puppy in. I use it every night.
Mhm.
I've kind of stopped using butters.
Yeah.
I love butters, but
yeah.
I've stopped using
Right.
them since I found the black nectar,
Mhm.
and it just works for me.
That speaks
Right.
volumes right there, DL.
Yes, it does.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to know why Stacy's spoons are all bent. I just read that. Okay. All her spoons are bent. Cool.
Man.
So, Santa, do you have anything new coming or new you're trying right now?
I've got a couple companies coming in. I got Bain Blend coming in.
Glad you said it right.
Yep. Yeah, I got to make sure because
I can't.
yeah, but I got Bain Blend coming in. I've got a couple other companies. I got them in last week. I got Rebellious. So I gotta try them. I got some stuff from them. I'm a couple weeks behind, but I'm like I talked to you before. I'm changing my format.
Mhm.
So
Right.
I've got 3 more companies. It's 3 or 4. Sorry, 3 or 4. But doing the week-long reviews, and then after I'm done doing the week-long reviews, then I'm gonna be kinda, like, set free again so I can do whatever I want
Yeah.
whenever I want. So, but I've got 3 or 4 more companies to finish off, and then I go back to doing my everyday thing again. So, yeah.
How about
But
you, Bishop?
yep.
Man, I've been digging the man, the legend, Hem Wizard
Yeah.
here lately.
Yeah.
I had him in my, I was blessed to have him in my show Saturday. It
Mhm.
was a great show. We went for almost 2 hours.
Wow.
He's a book. He's another book of knowledge. He have a lot of knowledge. Um, I have Bane Blend too that I'm working on. I got to start working on it hopefully next week. I also have Rebellious too.
Mhm.
He's from Ohio. The
Really?
Rebellious guy is from Ohio.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
he's from Ohio. And funny side note on it, he have snakes, and I don't like snakes, so that's how me and him got talking because he have a whole bunch of snakes. Cool
Right.
guy. And well, I just got quite a bit of stuff from Elegant Sasquatch. Himself just
Mhm.
finished Saturday, so I had it
Yep.
stacked up on that watch, right?
Right.
So, yep.
Mhm.
Theo, what you got new? Exciting.
Uh, well, I just ordered some Bane blends this afternoon.
All right.
Uh,
Uh,
You can't go wrong with that.
well, you know what? I'm looking forward to trying it. I saw them on Instagram, and I went and checked out the website, and they got some really fantastic sounding stuff.
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I've got the perpetual uh, stuff. I keep ordering from Ronnie and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky,
Yep.
Oh,
and
I
just
did
can't.
too.
Yep.
And what else? Oh, I got a new one from a company called Big Dog Beard Company.
Mm.
okay.
Coming,
I got him.
Big Dog Beard Company. Very small batch,
Right.
and I tried them. I did a review on them, and I ordered another one because they're just good. I mean,
Right.
just fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's the owner of Big Dog? Do you remember?
His name is Roll, I believe.
Yep. Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah. Really nice guy.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he reached out to me because when I did my review on him and his company, I was the first ever online review he had.
Really?
Mm.
Yep.
So he
Nice.
reached out to thank me, and that was really cool. He's a very nice guy. Um, he's like, man, thank you. You made us look great. I was like, you made
Yeah.
yourself look great.
Made yourself- yeah.
And tonight I'm pimping it with this is a yet unreleased scent from my brother Tim from Valhalla.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
And another guy that's killing it.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his Hogmanay was like one of my favorites. So good.
He's another one. I have a ton of his stuff, and I have liked everything that I've gotten.
Soaps too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I I have like 22 of his soaps on my shelf,
Right. Right.
and like 5 more in the shower.
Oh,
Right.
But his wash, his beard oil, his beard butter, just simply fantastic.
Right.
and a great owner and a good
Mhm.
person all around.
So he's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
He uh, he's one of the few that I would take a bullet for.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Good guy.
So, little side note on Big Dog. So the butter cans, right? The cans, it's not a label. He actually laser engraved all the cans
Wow.
Yeah.
with and then he sent me when I got his a package from him. He sent me a rock with the dog. Cause I love bulldogs, and one of the dogs that he got is in there. And he have brother, he got all kinds of nice looking. I mean, from Fruity Scents, yes,
Yep.
from Fruity Scents to not Fruity Scents,
Nice.
awesome stuff. He had
Right.
one, the Cup of Joe, and the banana nut bread. Both of them are really, really good.
He sent me a sample of that banana nut bread butter, and that smells
Oh,
like damn banana nut bread.
yep,
Nice.
You got me right now. You got my attention.
Yeah.
for real.
I'm gonna have to go check them out.
Cheap,
This
no
one,
lie, great guy. Look at the bottles.
this was the first one I got from him called
Yep.
Cowboy Crush, and it's kind of a coffee scent. I'm a big coffee guy, and just fantastic.
Well, have you
Right.
tried Chattanooga's Iron Forged coffee chocolate?
You know, I have not tried Chattanooga Beard Company at all yet.
Man,
neither.
I don't really care for the coffee blends, but I'm slowly gaining traction in the coffee direction, and that one hit me really well.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you know what it's mixed with?
It was what kind of chocolate was it? I can't remember what kind of chocolate it was. I could go get it, but
I think it was a dark chocolate, wasn't
I
it? It
want to
was a
say
dark
yeah.
chocolate. Yeah.
But the coffee's like punched you in the face for 5 minutes, and then the coffee burns away, and then that chocolate kind of calms it down, and just it turned it into something I really enjoyed.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So, so that guy,
You know.
Big Dog, he have the Cup of Joe, and it's kind of almost like that. He kind of he come out strong, and then he settles down, and he lasts quite a bit. I got a coffee scent from Elegant Sasquatch. I smelled it. He almost smelled like that. I have not tried it on my beard yet. But he had one, and I just got it. I haven't tried one. I haven't tried that one, Elegant Sasquatch, but I like the Cup of Joe. He sent me a big his borders from the big dogs. I think I have 4-ounce borders. They're big borders,
Wow.
and the bomb too. I gotta tell you this. I usually don't like bombs, but his bomb is almost like a border. It's so smooth.
It is.
You know, it's real smooth.
Mhm.
This is the bomb right here, and
Yeah.
it's just
I mean, yeah.
gone.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
When I seen it first, when I got it, and I seen it. Honest to God, I thought it was a butter, and then I had to flip it over and read the ingredients. You know, I thought that he made a mistake, and I reached out to him. Hell of a nice guy. He really nice guy.
Absolutely.
Yep. You know another guy that's killing it, and I liked his collab that you had with him, DL, was Simo,
Simo.
DL Walker. Yeah, this
Yep.
one. What's crazy is every collab that you've done with the company. So, what was the one that you did with Valhalla? What one was yours? That
Hogger's Malice.
yes, that one's fantastic. And then I bought this one from Simo, and I was like, man, every single DL Walker one I get is fantastic, man. You got some magic going on there. You know.
Well, I appreciate that. Right. You know, the one with Simo was interesting because that wasn't to me. That wasn't a collab. Mikey reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, look, I came up with this scent and it fits you. I'm doing it."
All right.
Nice.
I said, "Cool." You know, the collab that I did with Sons and Guns, John Hall,
Yeah.
True Wizard.
Yeah.
You know, we both put our spin on it, and I think that one came out fantastic.
Mhm.
You know, not to toot my own horn,
Right.
but Nidhogger's Malice, no joke,
Yeah.
is my absolute favorite beard oil scent ever.
Yeah. You know,
Wow.
when it comes to Valhalla, that one, and there's only one other Valhalla one that ties it for me, and
Hogmanay.
that's nope, Scotty, the SKADI. That one is like those two. Like if I could only have 2 from Valhalla and have to use them every day, it would be those 2. Those 2 are just. I mean,
I
I
agree.
reached out to Valhalla and said, "Are you going to drop Scotty again?" He goes, "It may come back around Christmas time." I'm like, "Please tell me soap, beard wash, everything." He goes, "Well, I don't." I'm like, "Please tell me you'll make all of them, deodorant, everything. I will buy everything. Just tell me when, and I'll buy it." So that one's fantastic, along with the
Well,
nine,
so
the
so
other one.
you know what else? And we are talking about. I'm not really a citrus guy. This one he
Mhm.
came out with, this Suitors cleanse.
Yes, that one's supposed to be good too. I got to get
This
it.
this thing stings. Uh, you know, can't go wrong with anything Tim has done.
Yeah.
Right. So you brought up Mikey from SEMO. So Mikey's going to be reviewing the reviewer pretty soon. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think it's going to be fun. I talked to him the other night, and because a lot of people are like, "Oh," I'm like, "No, it's a parody page, and he wants to have fun with
right.
it." So I can't wait. I can't. I talked to him. I'm like, "Dude, roast Tactical Santa away, man. Do whatever you want.
Hey,
Roast it. I want to have fun. So that's gonna be a fun thing to see happen. Yep.
I agree. I'm easy to roast, so I'm all for it.
Right. See, Chief's got an advantage on all this because he's got them big guns. So nobody wants to roast Chief. They're like, man, he's got big guns coming, and
Oh, keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. He's the commander of Elf Team 6. They don't want to mess with
right.
him. That,
Chief is the big dog
that's
there.
right. That's right.
So, did you see
I
Finest today on his live?
mm-mm,
He was in his car, and
uh-huh.
I said, "So, what are you working out at the gym today?" And he's like, "A little upper body and a little bit of cardio and stuff." And he said, "Get to that beard battle." He says, "I'm gonna have to challenge you to 50 push-ups." And I was like, "Oh man, now I gotta start doing push-ups."
Bishop. That's
Yeah,
perfect. If Chief loses the 50 push-ups at the Buckeye Beard Battle, I believe you should get waxed.
yeah,
Uh,
for
that ain't gonna
sure.
happen. Yeah, ain't
I
gonna happen.
mean, that would be
Yeah,
only
I
fair,
can hear
right?
Chief now after that.
That ain't
So,
gonna happen.
hey, so funny thing that you brought that up because the head wizard told me that I guess that link went off live probably what maybe 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
completely live 2 weeks ago. He said that we up to like I think he said either 200 or 250 already.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I mean that's not bad for 2 weeks,
And we got
and
months
we
to
still
go.
got 6 months. Yeah,
Well, did you see the big one they got done? Matt Hill from Florida Boys put a
Yeah.
collection of Hemp Wizard stuff up, and
yeah,
the wholesale went to doing that. So the sale was all donated to that, and I think he got $150. So
Yep.
it went all to
Quick.
that. So, yep. And then
Quick.
I believe a little birdie told me that Stacy had something to do with the rest of the donation. So yeah,
yes,
she really wants to wax us bad. Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah. I don't know if Chief is like telling everybody that they got to go do this because I guess the more money that gets raised, the more strips I guess get ripped off our backs. I don't know.
yeah,
But
something like that.
yeah, so yeah. Um Gonna be interesting. You sure you don't want to come and get waxed, DL? You don't want to come and get waxed?
Well, I'll be honest with you, and this is no joke. I don't have a whole lot of body hair, so I'm not worried about
See,
it.
it's perfect. See, you're perfect.
I'm half Creek Indian, so I got lucky with that.
Right.
Damn,
Oh yeah. Oh man.
that's funny.
Man. So,
Oh
You know,
Walker, you got a YouTube channel. It's down below on the ticker. And I'm glad you did that. You've got a perfect voice. There you go.
mhm.
Walker
Yep.
talk. Absolutely. I got a shirt too. My kids made me up a long time ago.
I'm not a promotional whore or nothing.
Yeah,
I love it, bro.
I just
But,
saw that.
please go follow Mr. DL Walker. And he's got some
Yes.
really good shorts and just good
Yep.
entertainment. And sometimes it's
Mhm.
not beard related, sometimes it is, but
Right.
it hits you in the feel goods.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. When I started that channel, it was kind of out of necessity. Uh, I spent about 4.5 years recovering from a very bad motorcycle wreck, surgery, physical therapy, depression. And for 4.5 years, I was a musician for 42 years of my life, and I could no longer play guitar.
Wow.
So that really hit hard. So I needed a creative outlet.
Right.
And you know what? I said, you know what? I love beard stuff. I love, men's mental health stuff.
Right.
So, that was the way to go.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be all about beards. I don't want to. There's enough guys that do that. I want to bring a little bit of this. This may sound goofy, but I want to bring a little bit of joy to people's lives.
Right.
A little bit of uplifting.
Right.
I got another question for you.
'cause-
You and I, DL, have been in the community for quite a long time now, and Chris from True North mentioned this a while ago, but when me and you kind of first started, the beard community wasn't as good as it is today. Do you see the trend going up in the bearded community with the brotherhood and sisterhood and things like that? Because I feel the beard community is changing almost daily for the better.
I think for the most part, the beard community is, in a good upward trajectory as far as the brotherhood. I think that, and this is real talk. This is honest. I think unfortunately there's still a lot of backbiting behind the scenes.
Right.
There's a lot of people who will bro you to your face and then behind your back, trash you, because it's happened to me.
Right.
Now that's a very small percentage.
Right.
But for the most part, I love this community. This community has given me, some of the best friends and family that I could ever hope for.
Right.
Like I said, Tim McMahon, I'd die for that guy. Sean Madigan, Jeff Dunn, Melissa Halsey. She's like a sister to me.
Right.
It's brought me so much that I'm just grateful.
Right. Right.
Well,
That's
I was a
awesome.
big military guy for most of my life, and when I got out, the transition was really hard, and you kind of feel like you don't belong in certain places. But then me and TJ from the Bearded Squirrel got together because we worked together, and he's like, "I'm going to start making beard product," and he said, "And you're going to start reviewing." Because I always talked about it. It's like Dan C, and Scuba and No BS and all these guys, and always talking about them guys. And he's like, I think you'd be good at it. And I said, I think I'd be pretty average at it, but let's go, And so once that started, that little snowball started, I think mentally, I feel like I belong. I fit in with, the community, and everybody speaks the same lingo. And it's just.
Let me just say this, Chief, and this is no joke, no BS. I wouldn't have started doing this if it wasn't for watching you.
Nice.
And that's a fact.
Thank you, brother.
You have, when I found, your videos and your channel, I was like, wow, this guy tells it like it is. And that's what inspired me to like I've always said, I want to be honest and upfront in my reviews, and that's all because of you, man. No joke. There's a reason why I say that you're part of the Mount Rushmore of YouTubers for me.
Wow.
And I've told you that in private.
Well,
Thank you, brother.
I put some more on top of that because if it wasn't for these two guys up here, when I started, I was not confident on myself. And then these two guys up there, they took me under their wing and have made me where I'm at. I helped me to where I'm at. And then, I mean, they're my brothers, you know?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
you know what? A lot of guys said, don't say this to other people, to other guys, but I'm comfortable with my manhood. I love my brothers.
Love you too, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. A guy that can't tell his brothers that he loves them has got issues.
Right.
You know, it's I love, the guys that I'm close with, absolutely love them. Absolutely. And I have no problem telling
Sure.
them that.
Right.
Because that's what this community is about, or supposed to be about,
Right.
is lifting each other up in love and sharing products,
Yep.
Right.
sharing shenanigans.
Right.
Hey, and I mean, I reached out to these guys. Even it's not just it's more outside the show too. I mean, yeah, we do a show, but it's more outside the show because it's not just to them, but I do it to a couple other people. I don't know why. I just always I just send them out and say, "Hey, how you doing, brother? I hope your day's going good." Or
Right.
sometimes you see something on Instagram and you see them that they say something make you, so let's say they're not having a good day, and then sometimes it happened to me. All you got to tell them is one message, and that could change somebody's whole day.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. I've got a friend of mine, Marcus. Even when I'm not in the mood to talk, he'll message me in the morning and say, "Hey, good morning, brother.
Right.
I hope you have a great day."
Yep.
And that, even if I'm not in the mood to talk, that's a brother.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's I'm definitely blessed to have some really cool cats in my life.
Right.
And the funny thing is, you
Yeah.
haven't met some of these guys face to face,
Right.
Nope.
Right. I mean,
Nope.
that's true.
Yep.
Like with Tim McMahon, we always joke, we'll talk on the phone, and we'll have a 2-hour long conversation. And every time, there's one of us will go, "Damn, I wish you lived close."
Right.
So we could have
Right.
go play golf. Sean Madigan, God, I love
Yeah.
that guy. And I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for Bearded Scallywags, the group that he runs, I wouldn't have met half of the people I know.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not in Bearded Scallywags, you should think about joining, because it is one of the absolute best groups out there.
Yes, it is. Yep. Sure is. Yep. Lot of good guys.
Low drama and shenanigans.
Right.
Shenanigans. Gotta love shenanigans.
Right.
Yep.
So you talked about music, and this is something on the other side that, not knowing you, it kind of draws you and I together. You being a Kiss fan and having Kiss tattoos, and you just tell me backstage that you were Gene Simmons in a tribute band, man. How cool is that? That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Well, I was a very short Gene Simmons, but I was Gene Simmons for a
You
while.
could have got like the 12-inch platform boots, man.
Yeah.
Right.
By chance, do you have any pictures close by of back then?
I don't, but I could probably drum some up at some
Post them on
point.
the Scallywags. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I have lost so much of my past with between marriages and moves and
Right.
hospital stays and everything like that. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that you look around and you go, "Oh man, I think I got a picture or a flyer from the," and then you go, "Oh man,
You got
it's
lost.
gone."
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know,
So
but yeah, I was in the Kiss tribute band for about a year and a half, something like that. It was fun,
Right.
It was, something to
Yeah.
do,
Right.
playing small little crap hole clubs.
Right. Right.
full makeup and everything.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
full makeup, full tongue.
There you
Well,
go.
now we got to see a
There we
picture.
go.
Now we
There you
definitely
go,
got to see a
Brewer.
picture.
Brewer's happy.
Oh, yes.
This is my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'm just learning. Well, not learning. I mean, I know how to play,
Just
but I'm
getting-
just now starting to be able to play again somewhat.
Right.
I had a lot of nerve damage in my hand, but yeah, music, big part of my life.
Yeah.
So before the accident, I'm going to guess you are a Harley rider, and you were probably a Dyna or a Ultra Classic. On both?
Wrong. On both.
Hmm.
All right. When I first started riding motorcycles, I was,
Triumph.
16 years old. I had a Triumph chopper. I had a 1968 Triumph Bonneville chopper that was 9 feet long.
Holy cow!
Wow.
I built it from scratch myself,
Right.
me and my buddy Rick Roy. And I mean, you had to start turning a half mile back to get it to
Yeah.
turn right,
Yeah.
But
Oh, man.
I've had Harleys. The last Harley Davidson I had, honestly, spent more time in the
Yes.
shop than it did on the road.
Yes.
And I went to Hondas.
Mhm.
I ride a Goldwing.
I mean,
I'm on a Goldwing
Right.
right now.
I love a Gold. I had a Silver Wing for a while, but I had a Honda Shadow 800 ape hangers, all that, and absolutely love that bike. But I found that I'd rather have a Honda than a Harley just for the upkeep.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had my share of
I
Harleys,
mean,
and I built my first FXR kind of like you built your first bike. It was a basket
Mhm.
case. I got it off Craigslist, and stripped it down to parade rest and went through everything. And that bike was fast from A to B. Oh my God, and just obnoxiously loud. If I fired it up in the garage, inside the house, paintings would be falling off the wall.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Right.
that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you the thing that I learned was once I got my first Honda was I'd go out in the morning to get on my bike and I'd look and I go, wow, no puddle of oil.
Yeah.
Oh,
We used to say, because I was in a motorcycle club for quite a while, and we used to say, they're not leaking oil, they're marking their territory. But
Right.
Right.
I just unfortunately now I can't ride anymore, but you know what?
Right.
Still miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Melissa's got a question for you.
Yep. What part of life has turned out to be the most meaningful to you now compared to your younger self?
Boy, what part of life is more meaningful? When I was younger, I didn't care about myself. I didn't really care about others. I was reckless and I did a lot of dumb things and, caught up with me.
Right.
I ended up, A big turning point in my life was I had a major stroke.
Ooh, okay.
I ended up clinically dying and then being put on life support for about 3 weeks.
Wow.
And, you know, that'll change you.
Yeah.
And that was a turning point. And then the other turning point was when I met my wife. You know, well, I've known my wife for years, but we just reconnected, and you know, she saved me. You know, I've had 2 strokes since we've been married, and you know, I've had 3 strokes, and you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
Right.
Uh, you know, having those issues, and then you know, having my wife, you know, take care of me and show me the love that
Right.
you know no other woman has ever shown me.
Right.
That that's where it's at.
Right.
Nice.
Right. You know, it is something when you have something major happen to you. When I had my open heart surgery, the 5 bypasses, I went under the knife one person, and I woke up a different person because
Right.
life
Mhm.
changes completely, and your whole outlook on things completely change. You know,
Wow.
I was different. You
Absolutely.
know, and I've talked to some people like, oh, you know, I had one guy talking to me because he was going to go through it soon. I'm like, listen, like you're going to be different. I'm not gonna lie to you, that you're gonna be a different person because there are things that you just can't do after this. But your outlook on life is gonna change. Like, just like you, before that happened to me, I really didn't care about other people. I was invincible, I did what I wanted. I mean, I wasn't a bad person, but I didn't care. I
Right.
woke up out of this and I'm like, "You know what? I got a second chance, so I need to be nice." And then the other thing that came into my life was Santa Tom, and he just spread the love, the world needs kindness. I'm like, "You know what?
He's right.
This guy is
Yep.
right," you know, and it's crazy because I think all of us here, um, Santa Tom is rubbed off on all of us, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, you like
Absolutely.
watching this you
I
watch him, you're like,
absolutely love that
"Right,
man.
right," and he's just so positive, and you're like, you know, I gotta spread some of that positivity too. I wanna be a good person and spread
Yeah.
positivity and the love and the joy, and, you know, and that's what I think makes this beard community so awesome is there's so many positive people in this
Right.
community, and it's almost like infectious, right? Like,
Right.
it just catches on and everybody's just, you know, "Hey, you know what? You need help? Come on, brother, I'll help you," you know? I mean, it's such a great community, you know?
Absolutely. You know, you talk about Santa Tom, that guy.
Mhm.
Good
Right,
Lord. The first time I ever seen him, I was
right,
like, who is this man? I have to become friends with this guy.
Yeah.
You
right, right, right,
know,
right,
just an incredible human being, in my opinion.
right. You
Well,
know, you've got him, you've got all the women that are
yeah.
awesome, they're positive. Um, you know, I think another guy, and I think you'll agree on this, Chief, another guy that kind of gets a weird rap is Chris from True North because people think he goes on
Oh
rants,
yeah.
but
No,
I
he's
love
preaching.
listening to that
Yeah.
guy because he speaks the God, he speaks the
Yeah.
truth, man.
Yeah. No
I
holds
love
He,
barred.
people that speak the truth, you know, and
he's
he
about as
does.
real as it gets.
Yeah, he's real. You know, you got him that's real, you got the hemp wizard that's real, Matt Hill that's real from Florida Boys. I mean, all these people are just such real people in the community, you know,
Yeah.
and it's great, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I had mentioned John Hall earlier. Eh,
Yeah,
The that guy, you want to talk about real. That guy,
yeah,
his son went through cancer, and
yeah,
he came back swinging.
right,
You know, the stuff he's doing with Sons and Guns right now is
yeah,
incredible, and
right,
it all comes from adversity, in my opinion.
right,
Right.
right.
And
Well,
adversity makes adversity either makes you real or it breaks you.
breaks you. Mhm.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah. Well, go back to Santa Tom. Me and Dino and Santa Tom probably wouldn't be as close if it wasn't for Jesse Cervantes sending us
Yeah.
one oil to try.
Yep. Yep.
And I can't remember who messaged who back months and months ago, but
Right.
somebody said, "Hey, let's go live on Instagram and talk about this beard oil." And then
Right.
next thing you know, the Tres Amigos is born, and three
Right.
brothers are born. You know,
Right.
and so
Awesome.
yeah,
You
Yep.
know,
special connection.
and like I said, I wouldn't have my channel if it wasn't for you, Chief, and I wouldn't get as much inspiration as I do if it wasn't for the three amigos, the Tres Amigos. It all comes full circle, and it all comes around to where you're going. You know what?
Right.
These brothers are doing it. I can do
Right.
it too.
Right.
And
Yes, you can.
Right.
there's just a positive vibe between the three
Right.
of y'all and with you, Bishop, that
Right.
Appreciate it.
it's infectious. It really
Right.
is.
Good.
Right. I still
And
remember the first show that Chief looked at me and we're recording. He goes, "Hey man, I got a friend. Can we bring Bishop on?" I'm like, "Bring Bishop
yeah, I
on."
remember that.
It started 1 week, right? And then next week it was like, "Hey, Bishop's on. Come on, Bishop." And then I think we finally
Yep.
looked and said, "You're just part of it now, Bishop." So
Full patch.
yeah, I remember that.
full send, and
Full
and
Yeah.
look at how far you've come within. I mean, we've been going what, maybe 3-4 months, Chief.
Mhm.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, look how far you've come, and there's some great up and comers. Like the one guy that I really want to see come out of his shell, is Ray Smokey.
Ray Smokey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me
I
too.
talked to him. Ray Smokey is such an awesome guy. And I told him, man, I said, "Man, whenever you're ready, and want to be on camera and do
Yep.
some stuff, let me know, man. I'd love to have you on a show or anything I can do to help you out, because I got a kind of feeling that guy's going to be kind of like our generation's version of Fonzie, because he's so
Yeah.
cool with
Right.
everything he does. And I'm like, man, I just want to see you come out of the shell because it's there. I just want to see it. So we got him. You got so many other guys that are so cool in the community, and I can't wait to see what they do.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh man, Finest. He's working it. He's working
Yeah,
it.
finest
Yep.
is.
He is.
Yep.
Amber Kev.
Yep. Amber
They're
Kev.
crushing it. They're
Right.
crushing it.
I just want to be like 30% of how sexy Johnny Z Beard is, man.
I
I just
know,
want to be
right?
like,
Oh my God.
that guy's like, he's crushing it. And you know who else? Jumpmaster, man.
Yeah.
Jumpmaster is such a
Yeah.
cool guy.
Yeah.
He's got the dapper look, and all these guys are crushing it. And I it's funny because I look at their stuff and I'm like, why does anybody watch my stuff? Like, I'm
So
like, you got all these cool guys, and then people watch myself. I'm like, okay.
so that you mentioned Johnny Z, and I had him and Jose Molina. I can't remember his name, but anyway, I had him on that show that day, and me and Johnny have become real. I mean, like if not every other day, we just sending messages to each other, and that's just the part of the brotherhood. Like
Right.
anything, if it's just about, like, I received a package that my dad sent me from Puerto Rico, and I sent him a message. I said, "Man, look," and he sent me a video message back. I was like, you get stuff like that, just little stuff like that. Ray Smokey,
Right.
I talked to him quite a bit too.
Right.
And I did the same thing you did. I told him, "Man, when you're ready," I said, "We're here for sure."
Right. Right.
I think Ray was perfect.
That's one thing that's awesome about this community. I come from the firearm community. I was initially trying to be a firearm reviewer, podcaster, whatever you want to call it, right?
Right.
That type of community is all cutthroat, right? So imagine the shock I have. I don't know anybody. I start doing a little bit of stuff. I was with Florida boys, my boy Matt. I go down to Buckeye Beer Battle, and these people are like, "Hey, what's going on, Tactical Santa?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, people know me. Look at this. These guys I know." And it's everybody kind of just took everybody in. I'm like, this community's awesome. I'm not worried about firearms now. I'm like, I'm not. It's not a it's like it's not a rat race in the
Right.
beard community, especially if you're a reviewer, because everybody's willing to help out. Everybody wants to see everybody, you
Right.
know. So that's a great thing about it, you know.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember, not too long ago. I mean, Steve messaged me and was like, "Hey, you got time for a phone call? I'm going to show you how you can, help your channel." Who
Right.
does? Who does that?
Right.
Right.
I-
Right.
if I was reviewing guitars or
Right.
craft beers or something,
Right.
I wouldn't get that.
Right.
Right.
And that's the beauty of this whole bearded entity that is the beard community. y- you know, I'm just thankful every day that we get to do what we do, uh, and do it with the people that we surround
Right.
ourselves with.
Right.
Right. And everybody's got such a good positive thing. Like I didn't know you, DL. And I randomly messaged you one day. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Blah blah blah. And you're like, hey, what's going on, brother? And we talked for a couple of minutes like we knew each other for years, you know. So that's the cool difference in this community. You know, it
Absolutely.
is a brotherhood and sisterhood.
You know,
Yeah.
I had two people message me today. I had posted about a cap that Todd Swisher had sent me.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had
Swisher
three
makes
people
awesome
message
stuff.
me, one of which I didn't even know, going, "Hey man,
Right.
what kind of cap is that?" And we ended up talking for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
now let's not sugarcoat things. I
Right.
have my haters.
I
But
think we all do.
I think we all do.
yeah,
Yeah.
but as long as you stay positive and you kind of,
Right. Right.
it's all good.
Right. Well, I think Chris said it right, right? If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right.
Right.
So, you know,
Absolutely.
but nobody hates Chief because he's got them big guns, man. They leave
Oh,
him
I'm
alone.
sorry. No, you're totally wrong. But Amber's
Chief's like,
newsletter,
I can prove you're wrong.
Amber's newsletter today, or was it yesterday,
Yesterday,
had
yeah,
the
yeah.
front page
Yesterday.
talked
Mhm.
about reviewers and kind of giving us appreciation because most of the reviewers that she knows and we all know, we spend a lot of time, our own money, and geez, the whole week is busy. I don't know if it's on the phone with somebody or, one of the Tres Amigos. You're always on the
Right.
phone. You're watching people's lives. You're in the world. You're in the community. You're spending time. You're spending money. And a lot of the people, the outside people, don't realize what the four of us go through on a normal week with,
Oh, yeah.
okay, who am I going to do next? What am I going to buy next? Help promote the smaller
Right.
companies. There's a lot that
Right.
goes into it, a lot. And you don't get
Oh,
paid.
yeah.
No,
But
Yeah.
real quick, I have, I'm forever completely, according to the government, disabled. I am on disability.
Right.
Um, I can't go out and spend, thousands of dollars a year on beard stuff. And so when I can get stuff, that's great. But, you know, I have a feeling that a lot of people think that, we're just opening our mailboxes and there's a box,
Right.
you
Right.
know, and doesn't happen that way. Yeah, you know,
Nope.
it's this if you're going to do this, this is something that you have to sink your time, your money, your energy uh into, and you have to decide whether or not it's worth it to you.
and your
Right.
payment is your satisfaction, your hobby, and
Right.
that's payment enough for me.
Right.
Yep.
Just the love of the
Right.
community, and just
Absolutely.
talking to everybody here in the chats, and that's No justice,
Let me tell you something. This is my payment. This was from Renee at Black Manor in my last order.
Right.
It says, Walker, you are awesome. I can't thank you enough for your continued support. You have been such a blessing, not only to Black Manor Grooming, but to the entire beard community. Keep being awesome. That is my payment.
Right.
That's payment.
So,
And I
brother,
will hold on to that forever.
Yeah.
Right.
So, brother, that's funny you say that because I got one and I haven't put it up yet from her, and I got another one from another company that I haven't put up yet. But me and the boys were talking about it, and if you could see, all the white cars are just notes from owners, and the stickers around it, but the notes. I save each one of them. It don't matter. We could just say thank you, brother. I save it. It don't matter to me. It means a lot. It's your right. So
right. And,
Hey.
and it's no different. Like if you're a customer at a restaurant every day, and you're buying stuff, and like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you a free piece of cake today, or hey, I'm gonna give you a free pop or a free, soup. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I order like 2 or 3 beard oils, and 5 show up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I didn't ask for it.
Right.
But they decided to put some stuff in for free. But I mean, like I said, when you're buying so much stuff from people, it happens. But none of us are going, "Hey, give me free stuff." So yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And the funny thing is I've got my basic rotation of companies that I'm using right now that I really love. And, every single one of them, has, sent me like at least a little sample bottle or something like that.
Right.
And they don't do it because they think they're going to get a good review.
Right.
Let me tell you something. When I did Big Dog, I ordered. He messaged me. He said, "Hey man, I didn't know you do reviews. I would have sent you more stuff." I'm like, you don't have to do that. But the extras, you get extras sometimes because these owners, when you get to know them and buy from them as much as you do, they become kind of like family.
Right.
Right. And they're going, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw in a little Christmas gift.
But it's also a form of advertisement if you think about it, because let's say they send you a free sample, okay? The free sample, let's say it will cost them probably if you order something and put a free sample in there. I mean, it's just cost them time, of course, and the ingredients already there. But the chance of that you like that scent or the 2 bottles that he said you sample, you will buy it. You will buy more from them. And I gotta take this chance and give Ronnie from Flaming Beer, because there's a good example of this. I went to order because I love that Black Gold blend that Chief got me hooked up on. And I went to order, so I was gonna order 1 bottle, right? And I have my code I put in there, and I screwed up and I put the wrong area code, right? So I messaged them and I said, hey, my I screwed up my order. I put the wrong area code. This is my area code. So I paid for it. I figured they'd fix it. He goes, hey, you want me to cancel the order and you use this code? So he gave me a better code. I ended up buying 3 bottles instead of 1.
Right.
You see? I mean, just little things like that, right? If he was somebody else, they would have just left it alone and nothing. So,
let me tell you, you're talking about Ronnie. Yeah. I ordered some of the Caribbean Black that she came out with. They came out with, and I had ordered the Black Gold edition because I love that activated charcoal.
Yes.
And the one she sent me didn't have the activated charcoal, so I just messaged her. I said, "Hey, next thing I know, another one's showing up at the door." That makes me come back. And with this Caribbean Black, let me tell you, she sent this in a sample bottle in an order, and I knew when it came out, I had to have it. You know, just, that's why, you know what? Samples are good.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You know,
Looks-
and that's the thing. Like, I know Chief's done this. Sample packs are like reviewers' best friends because
Yeah.
I can't go through all this oil.
Yeah.
I can't do it,
Right.
you know? So, yeah.
Except the real
Eh,
small one.
Yeah.
right. So, Mr. Walker, I got a funny story to tell you about these two guys. Again, I like to. They deserve all of it, right? So when I started this, I've only been growing my beard for probably a year and a half, and I just started this. Just I don't know. I just started it for just giggles. I started it, and at the beginning, I used to send the wrong message. I wasn't asking for it, but if you read it, it could be interpreted either or, right? But I didn't know nothing about it. Then I started talking to these guys, and then and I remember they were talking about women beer owners, and it was I remember it was Dead Smooth and Stacy. I sent them, and when I sent them the message, I said, "Hey, brother, my name is Alex. I'm a new reviewer. I would love, you know." And neither or send me a message back. I was like, "All right." So when I realized after talking to these two guys what I was doing, it could interpret like I was asking for free stuff, right? I sent them a message, and then I find out that they were both female owners. I sent them a message. I was so embarrassed. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I just today literally found out that you guys, that you guys are female owners. You guys are awesome." And the conversation started from there. And I could now go to Stacy, and just out of nowhere, I just sent him. I said, "Hey, Stacy, how you doing?" Just normal stuff. But it's just funny that I didn't think what I was doing was wrong until I started talking to them, and now I go back and I see things different, because they opened my broad spectrum of what I was doing, right?
Well,
Right.
that's the thing, when, you know, for one, how you word things matters. And,
Yeah,
uh, the other thing is that, and I'm not going to get too much into this because it's not, but when guys ask for free product for reviews,
Yeah.
it just doesn't look good on
Right.
anybody. Um,
Right.
and, you know, Chief and Tactical Santa, uh, y- you know, uh, I know that if I was, if I was messaging owners and stuff like that, not knowing, going, oh, just thinking it's, you know, just talking, I know they'd set me straight as well,
right,
because uh, y- that's what they do. These guys help up and comers. These guys help
right,
uh, just about everybody. And
right.
I've been accused. Uh, I was accused a couple years ago of being just a kind old, playing to be a kind old man for free product, and I'm like, I wasn't even. I didn't even have a channel yet. I was just like, what? And I've given away more free product than I've ever
Right.
received. So,
It's a funny thing because I have had some owners that you can tell that they're hesitant about stuff, right? And I
mhm.
just when I'm talking to them, I say, "Hey, you got a chance to, video talk." 'Cause you always want to break the ice somehow, and then once you break
Right.
the ice, the whole relationship gets better. So I asked them, I said, "Hey, can you video chat real quick? I promise it'll be quick." They said, "Yeah." I said, then I just go to I call it my beer collector. And I really not asking for free products. I just want a conversation. I want to find out about your
Right.
company, just to get interested because like I have told these guys, for me to reach out to a company, I have to have a connection. because everything I tried. I mean, at least I think so. Every
Right.
review I try to do, I try to make it, and I know that's my downfall. I try to make it. I try to have a connection with the company, and
Right.
that's sometimes that's bad because you put too much into it. But it's just the way I am, I guess, right?
Real quick, Born Bearded, another fellow YouTuber, and if you ever watch his reviews, the guy is just classy. He's got a great voice. He puts
Yep.
everything out there in a great fashion. I highly recommend go checking out Born Bearded.
Yeah.
Wonderful reviewer, and
Definitely
his
check that
backdrop
out.
is spectacular, and it's just really classy.
Right. Positive guy too. Very,
Sure.
very positive. Very positive.
Yeah, I come
Yep.
across as mean. He comes across as positive. You come across as fun. You know, just aggressive.
Well, you know,
Well,
and that's the thing you know, every single one of us on this little 4-screen YouTube show right now. I don't care what anybody says. All 4 of us exude positiveness. You know, and you know, you may say you're mean, Chief, but we know better.
It's just this, man. I was born with it.
Well, let me tell you something. I had posted a picture of me without my cap, without my glasses, just, and somebody said, "Wow, you look really mean without a cap."
Thanks.
Okay, you know,
right.
cool. But Born Bearded, you said? I'll have to check
Yeah.
that out because
Yeah,
I'm always
that's
looking
Dave.
for positive guys to watch.
Right. Right.
Yeah, his
So
name's Dave.
you'll get this, DL. So I always tell Chief and I always tell Santa Tom, I'm like, we're kind of like Kiss. So Santa is kind of like Paul Stanley. He's keeping the ship steered, right? Because you can tell when Chief and I maybe start going off, Santa's like, you know what I mean, keeping us steered. Then you got Chief
He
over
looks
there.
down.
He's Gene, right? Because he's commanding that ship, man. He's you know. And I always tell him, I'm like, I'm Ace Frehley. I'm the silly one, man, because you never know sometimes what's going to come out of my mouth, you know. So it's kind of like a perfect trio, right? So it always cracks me up. Yep.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
go check these guys out. It costs you nothing.
Yeah.
Hit that sub button,
Right.
ring that
Mhm.
bell. It costs you
Right.
nothing, and it's a good time. You're bored. You're sitting down doing nothing. Click on one
Right.
of the videos, watch them. You know, hit
Right.
that like
Oh
button.
yeah.
It helps
I
us
mean,
out.
I gotta say, when I started watching his videos, T.L. Walker, I just love how he come out. He goes, you know, always sideways. The character
Yeah.
sideways. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's
Yes, it is.
Well, you know, I don't even know why I started that. It just it's a natural thing for me, and you know, I like to do. You know, I feel if I do like fluctuations in my voice, it makes it a little
Right.
more interesting.
Right.
You know, I just want people watching my stuff to go, okay, that was entertaining, and I might have learned something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
right.
Right. I'm really excited to see because you mentioned Sean Madigan. You and Sean Madigan are actually going to have a show coming, so that's going to be awesome.
correct.
I enjoy watching both of you.
Yeah.
So having you both on the same screen at the same time talking about stuff that is going to be fantastic. It's going to be really cool.
No, I appreciate that, and let me tell you, Sean, that's another guy that you know people really need to check out on YouTube. You know, his Demented Scallywag channel. He does everything from beards to
Yep.
horror to you know horror trivia facts of the day, and you know, not to mention he runs Bearded Scallywags, and you know, I think more people need to follow him because he really is uh, the quintessential New Jersey.
Yeah.
This is what it's
Yep.
about,
No holds. No
Yep.
you
holds.
know, and you know, and they want real. That's real.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna do a. It's gonna be called Two Demented Dudes, and it just to I'm originally from the Northeast like he is, and it's just going to be two tubby overweight new New England dudes about whatever they want to talk about, and
Right.
you know nothing's going to be off limits except for anything negative.
Right.
I
Right.
love it.
It's going to be an awesome show. Is that so? Is that going to be on the Facebook page when it starts off? The Scallywag page, or
we're working out the logistics right now.
sure.
I think it's the first few times we do it, at least, is going to be on the Bearded Scallywags Facebook page.
Okay.
Sure.
And
Right.
then we're going to try to figure out, if we need to have just a separate channel on YouTube for the two Demented Dudes, or if we're going to piggyback it off of my channel or his.
Right.
Well, we could recommend do it off
Yeah.
of one channel because
Yeah.
I'd seen it coming because it was on Santa's, it was on Tacticals, it was on Tres Amigos. So if you watched Tactical Santa's page, you couldn't see all the comments.
Right.
So
Right.
you got to have one channel so everybody can tune in, and everybody like over here can see all the comments. So that's one of the things we had to learn the hard way.
That's good to know. But hopefully that'll be sometime late May.
Right.
Wish you luck with that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, definitely let us know so we can promote it for you too. Let us know so we can get it out there for you too.
Yeah. I appreciate that, and I know Sean does too. And when it comes down to it, if we have 10 people watching, or we have 110, it's just going to be a fun time. Right. It's going to be lighthearted. It's going to be we're going to talk about beards, caps, flannels, cigars, or whatever.
Right.
So
cool. Right. It'll be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Well rounded.
Thank you.
Yes, it will. Yep.
Kind of like ours. It just whatever goes on Monday.
We're usually going off the rails. Usually, it just right off the rails.
And sometimes that's the best way to go.
Agree.
So, being you're a musician, what have you been listening to lately? What's your groove? What's your jam? What music have you been listening to lately?
Well, I listen to all types of music. I like to collect vinyl, and I've got everything in my vinyl collection from Steve Miller Band to Black Sabbath to Ricky Lee Jones. I will listen to jazz. I will listen to black. But lately, I've been listening to a ton of blues. I have been listening to older blues, like old, everybody says B.B. King, but honestly, B.B. King wasn't even my favorite. My favorite was a guy named Freddie King, and I've been listening to Freddie King a ton. And the other one that I've been listening to mostly on YouTube, I'll go and I'll watch videos, is, believe it or not, Roy Clark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Roy Clark, one of my absolute favorite guitar players, and I like watching stuff like that because it's humbling.
Right.
But yeah, blues, a little bit of country blues, a little bit of country rock. This morning, I was listening to came on the radio, and I was like, I know this song. It was Sammy Hagar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
And it just whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll listen to. But lately, it's been
Right.
blues.
Nice. What
What you
about
been
you,
listening
Chief?
to? What you been listening to?
Me, the past week, so I kind of go in binges when it goes because
Yeah, me too.
I don't listen to a lot of the new metal stuff, because I don't really listen to radio a lot. I got the iPod,
Right.
my iPhone in the
right.
car, but I go in waves. So the past week, it's been a mix of classic Kiss and Led Zeppelin. I've been
Oh
rocking those
yeah,
two out. Yeah,
yeah.
um,
Zeppelin,
yeah. So I've
Coda,
been kind of
so.
mixing
Yeah,
mixing those up. All the classic stuff. I guess you'd say I'm kind of stuck in the 70s and 80s and maybe a little bit of 90s. I don't know, like after 2000, a lot of the metal just didn't work for me. I'm like, okay, it's cool, but a lot of the other stuff, because a lot of it doesn't have soul, right? To me, a
yes,
lot of it doesn't have soul. Because that seems like around that time is when all these bands came out and they were commercial bands. So they were
yeah.
designed, put together to put out one album, make money, and disappear.
Right.
So, you know, yeah.
I got a
Well,
question for all of you guys. What about disco music? Yes or no?
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
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 Okay,
Oh
me
yeah.
too. Thank God.
Yeah. So so
Look. This is the thing.
right.
Anybody who says, "Oh, disco sucks," didn't listen to disco.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't really listen. Um, one of my guilty pleasures, and I'll admit it in front of God and everybody, one of my guilty pleasures, ABBA.
Oh yeah.
Albums. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and you know, disco had its place, man, and
It did.
Yeah.
it'll put you
Right.
in the field sometimes.
Right. Though, this is a funny story. So I remember when I first got into Kiss, right? And I start buying Kiss albums, right? And then I come across the Dynasty album. I'm like, all right, I get this. I put this thing in, I'm like, what the hell is this? And
Disco.
my buddy's like, you didn't know it was Disco Kiss? I'm like, what? Start playing it, but I'm like, all right, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, disco. I worked at a club named Have a Nice Day Cafe, and on Wednesday nights was our 18 and up night, but all they played was disco. Now, I like
Wow.
disco, but the problem is the DJ had a set list, and it was the same every week.
Every day.
So if
Yeah.
so if you came in and said, "Oh, what time is it?" I'm like, "Oh, they're playing this. It's 10:12." But the worst thing in the world was, and I like this song, but the problem is if it gets stuck in your head, you have to blare heavy metal for at least an hour to get it out,
Right.
is Disco Inferno. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and
Burn, baby,
and all of a
burn.
sudden Disco Inferno comes on and you cannot get it in. You cannot get it. So I'm like, what is going on?
Oh
So
my
yeah,
goodness.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Well,
Ab-
y- y-
Absolutely crazy.
that's the thing. Disco, had some really cool musical
Right.
attributes to it, and y- I will sit there and I will find myself sitting there like, and
Right.
going, wait a minute, that's chic, and
Right.
I don't care what anybody says. Some of the best bass playing in the world was disco.
Earth, Wind, and
Right.
Fire.
Oh yeah.
Commodores,
Yeah.
uh, now I wasn't so much into like, the, I guess, kind of the ones that were put out as novelty acts, but there was some good stuff, man. Go listen to Yvonne Elm and Kiki D. Good
Right.
stuff.
Well, let's talk about heavy metal real quick. When we were growing up, you had like Cinderella and Skid Row and Motley Crue. I could not stand those bands at all.
You weren't a hair
Right.
metal guy?
Man, no. No, sorry. No. No.
What
Not at
about
all.
Rat, Chief? What about Rat?
Still no. If you took 3 hours to spray your hair with Aquanet and put makeup on and your tights,
Oh man,
no,
So
that's funny.
this
no.
is kind of a funny, embarrassing story. So my buddy and I, we go to Kmart's back in the day, right? And this is when they still had vinyls, and I remember we're walking, looking at the music, and my buddy looks at this album. He picks it up and goes, "Oh my God, dude, these chicks are hot," right? And I look over, and it's
Look what
that
the cat dragged in.
Poison album, right? I'm like looking at him, I'm like, dude, that's dudes. He goes, "No, it's not." I'm like, "It's dudes." And he's like,
Adam's apple.
yeah, but it was the
Yeah.
most hilarious thing. I'm like, because I imagine my buddy was not the only one that ever looked and said, "Oh my God, these are some hot chicks," But I was like, "Oh man."
You
Why
wouldn't
not?
find that with Iron Maiden. You wouldn't find
Nope.
that with Judas Priest.
Nope.
Now, you just mentioned my absolute favorite band of all time, Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Absolute
absolutely.
favorite band of all time. Love Iron Maiden.
Yep.
Right.
Killers, Caught Somewhere in Time, Number
Mhm.
the Beast. Yeah, all of them.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
I was lucky enough to see them on the Power Slave tour,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
man, what a show! It was them and Queensryche opening up.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I grew up on Iron Maiden. Kind of got out of it when, remember that it was a period of time. What was it? Bruce Dickinson left the band, and they got that other lead singer, and they had a couple albums, and I'm like, Fear of the Dark is not good. I'm like, nope. And I was like, nope, I'm done. And then when Bruce came back, I was like, yep, it's Iron Maiden again. So now
There
we
you
can
go.
listen. Yep.
Yep.
yeah, you guys lost me because I'm a country guy.
I love country too.
Country's
Hey,
good. Yep.
there
I
is
mean, I
nothing.
know some Black Sabbath. I know some Black Sabbath and some of the Miley Crew and all that, but that just recently. Back in the day, I don't know that just now recently.
So just so you guys know, the curse happened again from last week. I can't read the chat. I can't do nothing with the chats.
Oh, what
I don't know
happened?
what's going on with Restream. I didn't even type, just boop. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have
Maybe
to
it
talk
timed
to
Yeah.
out.
Santa Tom. I think it did. I think it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Santa Tom and see what the
Yeah.
problem is. But yeah, so I'm not ignoring anybody in the chats. I just can't highlight anything like I was. The chat thing is screwed up again. Technology is not my friend.
We're here.
I think we brought the
Yeah.
Instagram curse. Maybe
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 we
we
brought
Yeah.
brought the Instagram curse to Restream. I don't know.
That happened to
Yeah.
Chris the other day where none of the comments were
Yeah.
scrolling for True North. I was like,
Right.
is nobody typing anything in? And it was just froze. I mean, you could hear him and see everything that was going on, but you couldn't
Right.
see any comments.
Right.
Wow.
Oh,
You know-
and hey, talking about Chris, he's coming through some big drops. I mean,
Oh,
some
yeah.
big stuff.
Yeah, that
I had
the
to
March
order. I had to
20.
order
Yeah.
me. I had to order me another. But they got Sunrise before he went bye bye.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's a
Right.
good one.
Right.
So yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I think I'm going to ask DL my question that I always ask on the Trace Amigos because I think it's fitting.
Absolutely.
If you could go and see any entertainer, band, celebrity, whatever, dead or alive, who would you want to see?
Ooh. Wow. I have two.
Mhm.
Either Django Reinhardt or, to say once again, Roy Clark.
Yeah. Yep.
Just two of the greatest guitar players ever.
Right.
If you don't know Django, educate yourself because the man had the use of only two fingers
Really?
from a fire.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay.
When he was younger, and he was faster than Eddie Van Halen. He was faster than Steve Vai, and he was more technically adept than anyone.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm
That's
interested
pretty
now.
cool. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was so mad because one of the guys that I wanted to see, I planned a vacation. We were going to go to St. Louis. It was going to be a weekend trip because for a little while, Chuck Berry was playing at a club. It was like his every weekend deal. He played there, and it wasn't bad. I think the prices were like, at the time, this is like 15 years ago, but it was only like $50 to see him, right?
Right.
And my buddy found out. He goes, "Do you like Chuck Berry?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "You want to go see him?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, we can go see him." He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." Our vacation kind of got screwed up, and 3 weeks later, he passed. And I'm like,
Wow.
damn it. I'm like, how cool would that have been to see Chuck Berry play,
I
In a
never got
small
to
setting.
see Chuck. I never got to see Chuck, but the funny thing is my dad told me stories about going to see Chuck Berry back in '56, and then my brother got to see him in like 1986. So
Nice.
that was cool. Now, if you're talking rock and roll, if I wanted to see somebody who was not here anymore, I would have to say, and the concert would probably only last 10 minutes before they got arrested, but Jim Morrison.
Oh,
The Doors,
good
yeah,
call.
yeah.
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 Lizard King.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And,
Well,
and
Dino.
speaking of, and Chuck, he's the reason why I have this
Okay.
type of guitar.
Nice. Nice.
I don't think my brain and hands work together like that.
No.
That's all right. Mine don't either.
Yeah. What do you think, Dino?
I think it was an awesome show, man. You got anything
definitely.
else you want to talk about? You got any last comment, Bishop?
No, I mean, great guy. Like I said, I started following you because I think Chiefs said something about it. One of the shows he mentioned you, and I had to Google you, and I mean now I follow you all the time. So I mean I appreciate your input and everything. No lie, I I try to that's Scallywaggy guy. I'm real bad with names, but I saw Dino and Chief with one of them, and I saw the guy. Of course, I had to try it, and I like it.
It fits.
So
Thank you.
yep.
Chief?
So
I'm really glad you came on tonight, man, and made some time for our little show.
Yep.
And
Thank you. I'm glad you reached me.
everybody in the chats and everybody supporting. And like I said, I hope everybody goes over and hits that subscribe button for you, and
Right.
turns you into a rock star. And
yes, sir.
love your voice, man. That Sam Elliott
Yeah, it
smooth,
is.
buttery voice of yours.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It's the voice and that look, man. Like that,
Yeah.
that like serious look at first, then you just kind of just boom. It's totally cool.
Let's talk
But-
about the cool stuff.
Right. I'll
Well,
tell you what, man. I'm so glad you came on.
I appreciate y'all having me on. I appreciate the kind words.
Right.
This has been a treat.
I appreciate you coming on, man. And I tell you what, man, I appreciate being able to call you brother, and can't wait for all the future stuff you're doing. It's going to be awesome. Like I said, we're all three here. If you ever need anything, I'm sure
Yep.
just send
Definitely.
any of us a message, and we'll help out any way we can.
Thank you.
Chief, who's on the Trace Amigos Thursday? That is your boy, right? Your
That
good
is-
friend.
TJ, the Bearded Squirrels, Tres Amigos this Thursday.
That's right.
Yep.
And Bishop, who do you have on your show Saturday?
I have I'm bad with his name, but he's Five Barrels.
Five
Barrels.
Okay.
I
Wow.
think his name is Richard. I'm not 100% sure, but it's Five Barrels.
And do you guys know who we have on the show next week on Monday Night Mayhem? We got the one and only Brewer coming on next Monday night. So we got Brewer coming on next Monday night. But much love and respect to everybody that was on the channel, watching the show. If you're watching the show recorded, we still appreciate you. Thanks for liking us, subscribing. But guys, I ain't got nothing left to say. Awesome show, and we'll see you all next time. Chief,
Hang out for a
send us
minute
out.
there, DL. Hang out for 1 second.
Yep.
All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Full send it, Chief.
Chief out. Bye-bye.